Welcome to You Can Be ABCs, the podcast where we learn about careers and have a little fun along the way. I'm Sam.
And I'm Bobby. Well, happy 2026. We're still celebrating 2026. We had a lovely, we had been sick during the holidays. I think we talked about that last time. Sam got the whole house sick. And so.
That wasn't my fault.
Yeah, I mean, we're feeling better. We're feeling stronger. I'm happy that we probably have the chance to probably sit here. So interestingly enough as well, the date of this recording actually is MLK Day, the celebration national holiday. MLK, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., my alma mater. I wore my Morehouse sweatshirt on that we got from the Nike store the other day. Sam still trying to talk him into, well, it's a brainwashing about what school to go to. I think you want to go to, what's the school you're talking about going to now?
MIT.
So he wants to go to MIT, but I love it. I love it. It's a wonderful thing, but as my good friend Dr. Douglas Scarborough reminds me, sometimes it takes a little brainwashing. But listen, we're going to get started. And again, we are wonderfully blessed by our guest today. And Sam, why don't you start us off with a little introduction?
Okay. Today on our podcast, we get to highlight another group of our favorite professionals, engineers. Today, our guest is an engineer, and we will get to learn all about how he is different from others. This is a man who Daddy says is cool as a fan. Please welcome Mr. Lionel Davis.
Woo! Welcome.
Man, listen, Sam, I have a payment en route for your pops, man. Cool as a fan, I appreciate it, man. That's what I say about him. That's what I say about him.
Old man language, man. It's old man language. Cool as a fan, Doc.
Cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yeah, there we go.
There you
Shout
go.
out to Stuart Scott of ESPN fame, right?
Absolutely.
Cool as the other side of the pillow. Listen, before we get started, you have a cool shirt on, man. Tell us what that shirt says.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you asked, and I'll take the time to just, point of privilege to say STEM is the new black. One of my mentors has started that organization actually when we were in undergrad, and it was all around highlighting and creating more advocacy around STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And so when I heard my guy Sam say MIT, I know it wasn't the house, but MIT is, one of those pinnacle schools for STEM itself. So I would say shout out that. But yeah, so STEM is the new black, an organization that I'm proud to rep when I can, obviously as a mechanical engineer, but because of the great work they're doing and the work that they will do.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to get started with some questions and then just kind of go from there. All right. Here we go, Sam.
What is a mechanical engineer, and how are you different from other engineers?
That is a great question. Sam. So, and even more so because I'm a mechanical engineer that does something totally different from probably the majority of mechanical engineers. But mechanical engineering is one of many different disciplines. When I was in school, they talked about it being 8. It's broadened, I'm sure, since then. But in general, it's a discipline that focuses on the professional and design, analysis, and different components related to how we interact with the world from a thermal systems and mechanical systems standpoint. So we interact with it day to day. Even right now, your house that you're in is conditioned thermally solely because of mechanical engineers have set or helped set some standards and codes that allow your place to feel as good as it does from a humidity standpoint, and also to feel that comfort, right, air quality, all of those sort of things. So mechanical engineers do a whole lot of things. And that was part of the reason I actually chose that discipline, because of the variety. And I've had internships that was unrelated to what I do now and all the like. But we're different because we're, I would say, the Swiss Army knife of all of them. I'd say if you don't really know what type, mechanical engineering might be just right for you. So
Let me ask you, like in terms of mechanical engineering, what is it like if you go back and think about being Sam's age or younger or somewhere along those lines? Was there something that you liked to do as a kid or when you were younger that you now that you look back at it and it's like, oh, okay, me being a mechanical engineer kind of makes sense because I used to like to this or that or solve problems. I don't know, just generally speaking.
Right, right, right. Yeah, no, so it kind of goes back to my origin story of it all. So, Sam, how old are you right now, good brother?
11.
You're 11. So, yeah, I was maybe a couple years older than you when I had the harsh conversation with myself that, man, I'm not gonna make it to any professional football, basketball level. So once I had that realization, I started to, have some other conversation. And it was in my eighth grade social studies class. Coach Norton put on the board a list of different careers, and those careers were everything basically outside of, I'd say, like the doctors, lawyers, some of those other professional realms. And at the top of that list, though, was engineering. So I'd go around and I'd say, hey, I want to be an engineer. And everybody would look at it and say, oh, that's really cool. And I rode that wave for a while, only to one day get asked the question, oh, well, what type of engineering? And I'm like,
Uh,
what do you got a bone to pick with me there? I said engineer. Is that not good enough? But
Come on, kid, I'm just 14, right?
exactly, exactly. But man, my mom having the I would say the vision to try to get me more exposed to some of the intricacies of engineering got me enrolled at the University of Arkansas Little Rock, an engineering summer program, and there, a gentleman named Bernard Hensley helped me understand what the different types of engineering involved and which one aligned with me. And at the time, I just told him like, "Hey, I'm a tinkerer. Sam, I really enjoyed playing with my hands. My mom would buy workout equipment that she would sometimes use, sometimes not. But in general, I would be able to tinker with it, take it apart, know how it operated, know when it would fail. And so in sharing that with Bernard, he says, "Hey, well, that sounds like mechanical engineering." And so that background is why I would say it you know, probably guided me towards that, and every walk of life and interaction that I've had since has kind of reaffirmed, like, yeah, you are an engineering brainiac. So I get that all the time.
Okay, so what school did you go to?
That's a great question. That's a great question. We took a harsh loss last week, but I'm still repping them strong. I went to the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville, Arkansas. We are the Razorbacks. Have you heard of us, Sam? Have you heard of us?
Yes.
Okay. I was making sure, man. But I'm a proud Arkansas Razorback from Little Rock, Arkansas originally, but a proud, converted Memphian as I live and breathe.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So, what inspired you to become an engineer?
Yeah, like, and who were you? You mentioned some of like the not just the what, but the who, and you kind of mentioned some of them. Like, I'd love for you to expound on that a little bit.
Yeah, no. So in terms of the true aspiration, I did not have. And actually, this is a good point because I didn't have any like insight into what engineering looked like. I didn't know of any firms growing up where I could have internship or have anybody in my family that I could have pulled on or called on, if you will. But honestly, I'd say it kind of started back in middle school. My sixth grade year, it was the beginning of me becoming a young man, really dealing with other brothers who kind of looked like you and I, who had, told me like, hey, yeah, it's cool to have fun and cut up, but when it's time to lock in, it's time to do so, judiciously and expeditiously even. And that brother was actually a social studies teacher as well. He's a history guy. His name is Alex Fingers. I believe he's down in Texas and the central office. But in general, man, that brother, sixth grade year, he had a distinct look too. He would always wear a tie that was kind of short. I mean, it didn't even cross his belly button, but it was his style. It was his style. And that brother, that brother's class helped really transform my life in the sense that like I stopped being so childish. I mean, I still have my run-ins and all that good stuff, getting in trouble, if you will. But in general, man, he had kind of set a standard like, hey, you are to now begin figuring out what it means to be a young man, a man, and be accountable to your actions. And so Alex in sixth grade, then I told you about the eighth grade introduction, and then kind of fast forward in the high school, it was kind of solidified through different folks like Jason Hamilton, who led a group called Arkansas Commitment. And when I got to college, other brothers, other peers, man, who also reaffirmed what it was that I was going after. And I'd be remiss if I did not give a shout out to the founder of this organization, STEM is New Black. His name is Jakim Battle. He actually went to Fort Valley State University and then finished up at the University of Arkansas with me. But we connected through the National Society of Black Engineers, who
Ah.
has been incredibly pivotal, not only I would say for my life, but I'm sure the lives of many others. And their mission is actually to increase the number of culturally responsible Black engineers who excel academically, succeed professionally, and positively impact the community. And so that, in essence, I would say was a continual village-backed charge of inspiration for me to kind of start the task and finish it because it was definitely no small feat.
Let me ask you this, because you said Alex Fingers.
Yeah, Alex
So
Fingers,
you say a social studies teacher?
sixth grade at Horseman Middle School in the Little Rock School District. Yep.
Let me just for a moment pause, because I think it's really important. You just went and on this journey and shared this really great story about, you say brother, so black man,
Yeah.
who was your sixth grade social studies teacher. I have a friend, Dr. Patrick Washington is his name, and I can't remember the name of this initiative. He's originally from Mississippi, but has worked in Memphis and might still works in Memphis, I believe, in charter school space. But I can't remember the name of the initiative. It's escaping me, but it's about getting men of color as teachers, because
Mm,
there's this crazy, and I remember the stat. The stat is less than 2% of all public school teachers are men of color.
wow.
Crazy.
Wow.
So if you see a black, so just listening to you share that story and that inspiration, and how that brother could speak life into your life, and get you on the path and give you a few style tips with that short tie and all that.
Oh man, he
Man,
definitely
that's
did. Yeah.
beautiful.
No,
Beautiful.
for sure, for sure. And it was really unique too because like in that era, as you know, and I'm sure Sam knows as well, sometimes the athletes kind of rule popularity in some sense, and I was an athlete. Well, he was a former athlete. And so, if he was coaching the basketball team or whatever the case may have been, like you were going to respect him, but also as like a hooper, you're like, hey man, this guy has immense cred. So I'm gonna respect that. And shouts out to Maurice Guest as well. He was a science teacher. I did not have him, but his presence in the same way definitely was influential. And it's funny because man, I'm telling you from my perspective, that's what happened. But my mother would kind of echo those same sentiments. Like she said, "Hey, it was that sixth grade class." Because it's funny enough, we were randomly in Texas, in Grapevine area, and come across him just like in an outing. Like I may have been at a restaurant bar type vibe, and it's like, "Hey, there goes so and so," and my mom just like clockwork was like, "Man, I really do appreciate him for X Y Z." So man, I will say, yeah, definitely a round of applause to Black educators all around the world, man. All around the world, man. Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I really appreciate that. That's a wonderful, wonderful
Yeah.
shout out.
Yeah, and in spite of, or I say in spite, in lieu of it also being MLK Day, I think that is aligned with the quote, one of my favorite quotes about true compassion that MLK said, and that is not to just fling a coin at a beggar, but to address the edifice that produces the beggar. And I think that it starts with the root work of, sewing more folks that look like us into these educational environments, into the educational curriculum, into our communities so that we can produce more Sams, more Bobbies, more Lionels, more Jakim, more Alexes, more all of those folks. So absolute,
I
absolute.
told you he was super cool. See this? Go ahead, brother. Say that. Say that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Let me
I
tell you.
love it.
I've been saying for a long time, smart has been the new cool for a long time. I
Man.
don't know why folks listen. Say what you want to. I mean, I know fashion, that's good, and and a whole lot of other athleticism. That's great, but that smart is the thing that's gonna carry you a long, long way. So yeah,
100%, man. You get the same fruit from some,
yeah,
like the fruit that you get from these other places, whether it's economic or, notoriety, it definitely can come from education, being, sound intellectually for sure. STEM is the new black. That's the new
yeah,
black.
yeah.
Remember the show? It's like the new cool, the new thing. So 100%.
Love it, love it. All right, Sam, we got next question.
So, if you weren't a mechanical engineer, then what do you think you would be?
The 11-year-old Lionel would say, I'd be playing for the Memphis Grizzlies or something like that, Tennessee Titans or something like that. That's what I would have said. But if not engineering, truth be told, I could see myself still like leveraging my interpersonal skills and some type of banking career. My mother was a career banker. She was a lot more on the retail side, but just in the ways that she interacted and really, I would say, help engage community in the work that she was doing and increasing access to the funds and different resources that they had made available for her firm. I just felt was something that I could have, maybe taken up just because I was a people person. So maybe something along those lines, but I can't rule out education because it has been such a pivotal role. Like, so, I mean, it's not beyond me to potentially say, the classroom is ultimately somewhere I want to land anyway. So,
Well, you mentioned the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies are in London. Sam has this next thing he wants to ask.
oh
He says that you're a really big fan of London. Why is that?
man, you know, I Hey, Sam, I ask myself that every day. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, man, I'm not trying to get in trouble. This is a proof platform right here, man. It'll all be on wax, man. So Sam, you don't know this, but I actually married my high school sweetheart ish, we'll say, because we didn't date all through high school or anything, but we connected there and dated a little. And her name is London Paige Porche, her maiden name. But now, Sam, she's with the Davis crew, brother. She is London. She is
Yes, sir. Yes,
London
sir. Come
Davis.
on, London.
London. Yes, sir. If I had another one to pop, I'd do it. Woo.
Pop, 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 pop,
So yeah, man, and I earned it. I earned it.
Yes,
Earned it
sir.
the
Yes,
hard
sir.
way, Sam. I earned it the hard way, man. Put a ring
Man,
on it. Put a ring on it.
absolutely. They are, listen, they are like talk about power couple, like just, they just, and Sam, they got the nerve to be smart and good looking too. And both of them just like, it's like, golly, folks out here working hard just to get a piece of one of them.
Oh my goodness. Listen, I understand. And look, and we're still working hard to try to get them and keep them or whatever we are,
I
man.
love
So,
it. I love it.
oh my goodness.
Very, very, very nice. Very nice.
I love it.
I want to ask you this. So there's another. I did see in your bio regarding your other like professional affiliations, and one in particular, I believe, was you're being the president or in leadership with the outside of the STEM. There was an organization that you are. Could you talk about some of your other professional affiliations, groups that you're a
Yeah,
part of? Oh,
absolutely.
and please don't
Absolutely.
forget one that I know you're a part of as well.
Oh
You
yeah.
may
Oh yeah.
save that for last, but yeah, I'd love for you to talk about some of your other professional affiliations because as I'm listening to you, what's occurring to me is like the well, aside from what you mentioned, like the STEM is a new black and those professional affiliations that kind of really lean into social impact also the professional affiliations, which I think is important for people to know and understand, kids and others who are listening, that as you're growing in your profession, being around other people who do what you do and learning from people in a
hmm
particular field and
hmm
understanding how to advocate for a particular field or stuff like that is very important. So yeah, I did at least see a couple of those affiliations. Love for you to mention any that you haven't already.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, I'm actually involved, I guess, indirectly with Nesby. I used to have some actual roles. It's really more of a collegiately run organization. They're professionals, NSBE
Right.
professionals, and I guess serve in that capacity, mainly recruiting and stuff at my previous employer. But aside from them, I would also have to shout out my grad school, University of Arkansas. I'm on the advisory council for my MBA program, my Master's of Business Administration program. I'm on the advisory council, the young professional advisory council for the College of Engineering as well. I'm a regional vice chair for an organization called the American Society of Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning Engineers. Kind of going back to what I mentioned about thermal systems. That vice chair role is I'm a membership promotion chair for Region 7. I also have the privilege of serving as the chair of the Young Professionals Council, which is a part of the Greater Memphis Chamber of Commerce. And I would say all of the, you weren't gonna let me breeze past it. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But the chair role, all of the roles, I think play a pivotal role in job in enticing more young professionals, more community members to just be aware of what's going on in your community and how you could benefit, whether that be personally,
Right. Right.
professionally, from a health standpoint, financially. All of these organizations have resources that are at the service of members and constituents. And I feel honored, to serve in each of those capacities. But the work that they're doing is uniquely good, and I pray I'm doing just by each of them for sure.
All right. Well, we're going to do something, and this is actually unplanned because I know that you were learning about actually our video that went viral those years ago,
Yeah,
and again, but actually, you don't even know this. We shouted you out in the rap from years ago. You think we can do
a quick 16. Wait a
yeah,
minute, let
yeah,
me
hold
get that.
on.
Hold on, wait, step in the booth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How do we? Where do we go to, and then we skip to the end?
I think we went to like D.
D. Dennis. E. Electric energy. No, let's just go to. Yeah, let's just do the. Make sure we do the E. We got to make sure we do the E. Are you ready? we're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna. The E has you in mind.
Be an A. You can be an architect, sketch a building to kiss the sky. You can be a B. You can be a biochemist, make medicine and save lives. You can be a
Ooh.
C. Computer software developer with programs and systems and files. You can be a D. You can be a dentist, cause everybody loves to smile. You can be an E. You can be an engineer, solve problems of all kinds.
Chemical, mechanical, electrical. Use the power of your mind. F, you can be a firefighter, fight fires in red trucks. You can be a G, gastroenterologist.
Deal with problems in the
Oh,
gut.
You can be a H, hospital administrator.
Hospitals need leaders. You can be an I, intelligence officer. The FBI kind of people.
Now take that X, make your own mark, leave your impact on the world. And with that Y,
you can be your own boss. Tell every boy and girl. And with that Z, zealously strive. You can reach the sky if you try. Just don't be a Z. Just don't be a zombie. And let the world pass you by.
oh my good. You know what? I got to get me one more. It's right here. I I never knew I was gonna need these. Had me break out the poppers, man. What is? I did not know I was. Dougie Fresh was on the line here. I got my guy over here going crazy. Wait a minute. Y'all just went straight run
we have,
DMC. Oh my goodness.
we haven't done that in so long.
Whew.
We got lost in it because there's a version we used to do when we skipped to the end, ready to go through it all. We got lost. So.
Oh my goodness. Y'all, hey, I love that. I love that. I love that. Is there an audio of that that is,
Oh,
I'm assuming,
absolutely, yeah,
on
yeah.
Apple or
Check
something
us
like that?
out on any platform. In fact, even if you did
Oh man.
if you posted something on TikTok or Instagram and wanted to put music to it, you can find us. Just you can be ABCs is the song. There's a beatbox version, and then there's another song version. And I'll shout out the song version. The brother that did the music for us is Cameron Whalum, who from the Whalum family. All
Yeah.
of those Morehouse connections with all those Whalums. Kevin and I. He's a couple years old. Went to school with him, and Kirk and KT Junior, the pastor. All my friends, love all of them. Cameron, of course, plays with Bruno Mars and
Wow.
on the trombone, and one
Wow.
former student from years ago back when she was in education. So yeah, shout out.
Hey man, shouts out to those folks, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Shouts out to
yeah.
those folks. Love music.
Mechanical, electrical. Use the power of your mind. We had you in mind, brother. Didn't even
The
know.
power of your mind, man. And look, Sam, they say I got a big head, so I got a lot of power that I'm supposed to be using behind this cranium. This cranium.
Listen, man, we appreciate you so much for taking time being with us on this episode of You Can Be
Absolutely.
ABCs. Please give our best to London. We
Yes,
appreciate you guys for being man. You are such a inspirational guy, man. I'm happy Sam has the opportunity to connect with you. What you see right there, that's the type of thing that we love to see in leadership. So, brother, we love you for being with
man.
us today. Thank you so much. But this has been another episode of You Can Be ABC, the podcast where we learn about careers and have a little fun along the way. I'm Bobby.
Now I'm Sam.
We'll see you next time.